Hey, what's going on, guys? Bible CQ here. You already know, baby. Pow, low, let's go. That came out all wrong. But hey, look, listen. I wanted to shoot this quick video, because in the next couple of minutes, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys is a couple of I'm going to be sharing with you guys some information about what this webinar is going to be more about this upcoming Thursday. Look, I'm super excited to share with you some really, really awesome training, but just so you guys can have a ground base of a good foundation of what we're going to be talking about, I figure I share with you and I speak to you a little bit more about what webinars really are and the power in being able to use webinars. So, webinars are all webinars are is just basically another form of a presentation, okay, except you do it online. Now, you could do it offline and online. Now, I know some of you guys have probably been in presentations that have been offline, right? And some of us have like a negative experience because sometimes when we think of all offline presentations, we think of just our friends pitching us or trying to get us into an MLM deal or something like that, right? But there's also really good offline presentations that teach you and give you value, right? And then it's the same thing with online, right? Online, it's a presentation. It's a way to present information and give value to you guys, right? So I wanted to make that clear. All an online webinar is just a presentation online, okay? So I know sometimes we use this word webinar and we throw it around, and some people think it's like, wow, a webinar, right? What really is that, right? But all a webinar is just a presentation online, okay? Now, what I would like to do is I would like to share with you some online pros, okay? So why is being able to do webinars such a very, very powerful way to run your business? Well, obviously, one of the ways is that you could do a webinar from any part of the world. All you really need is your laptop and an internet connection. Talk about the laptop lifestyle, right? Meaning that if you were to do an offline presentation, you would be restricted by location, by time, and there would be a lot of restrictions. But with an online webinar, I can connect with people from all over the world. I can connect with people from all over the world, and that gives me massive, massive leverage. So another online pro is you can have people register your webinar from all parts of the world, like I basically said there. Okay, and another cool thing about it is that another cool benefit about doing online webinars is that you can instantly get authority because it creates something called what I like to call the TV effect. You gain celebrity status simply because you're online and you're talking to them from your screen. Look, this is huge. A lot of people sometimes don't understand this, but if you look at people from YouTube, like YouTube celebrities, right? They become celebrities because people are watching them from their computer screen. So it creates a TV effect. So when you start doing webinars and you start teaching and giving value, what it does is it instantly gives you authority. People are watching you from their laptops, and it makes people go, wow, this person really must know what he's talking about. This person, and all of a sudden, you start to get all of this credibility, which is awesome because when you have credibility, when you have authority, people are more willing to listen to what you have to offer. And in most cases, what you have to offer is very, very valuable. It's just that sometimes people don't take you serious. So one of the big benefits of doing online webinars is that it makes you a celebrity. It gives you the TV effect, and for the simple fact that when you have that celebrity effect, you have influence, and that influence you can use it, you can leverage to help other people get to where they need to get, right? Again, Earl Nightingale says you get rich by enriching others, okay? So it's not really about, misusing. You don't want to misuse the power and lead people the wrong way. So those are some of the benefits. Another benefit is that it's very push button automated. Once everything is set up, you're good to go, okay? Meaning that people can just register and things will just keep on moving and moving and moving and moving, okay? So which is really, really cool. Another cool benefit about doing webinars, it's that it's super inexpensive. Look, you don't have to worry about breaking the piggy bank, okay? So just relax for a second, right? When you're doing online webinars, even though it might look super cool, super awesome, compared to doing an offline presentation and having to rent a room and things like that, and paying for the hours of renting the room, you're doing an online webinar, which requires very, very little startup capital to do, and it has a massive, massive benefit in being able to and you being able to use to grow your business and to get paid residual income and things like that, right? So it's a really, really awesome awesome way to leverage. Okay, there is some cons to using webinars. Okay, you see, one of the cons is actually really funny. It's what I like to call keyboard warriors. So what this basically means is that people, right, who, when you start doing online anything, there's going to be a lot of people who think that they could just say whatever they want because they're online, right, and there's no consequences. Most people that would never tell you, in an offline, are going to do it online because it's just people hide behind their screens. So this is not really a big negative, but just so you understand, when you start doing webinars, you have to be okay with people being haters and people saying things that may try to affect you, but it's not going to affect you, right? Because you're awesome, because you're great. So those are some of the cons. Okay, so yeah, so those are a couple of things. Like I told you, when you start doing offline presentations, you have to create, you have to pay for rent, for refreshments, for things. It's a lot of cost, okay, a lot of money. But when you're doing online webinars, it's the opposite. So one thing that I wanted to show you is I wanted to show you how online webinars kind of work. Okay, I like to call it the ultimate webinar funnel. Okay, and it's really simple, and this is the reason why you can automate your business doing webinars. Okay, so a lot of you guys may or may not know this, but when you're doing webinars, right, you have a webinar registration page, which is very similar to the page that you registered on. Okay, and as soon as people registered, they get a welcome email. Okay, when they get that welcome email, it's gonna remind them that they just registered for that, right? People need to be confirmed. People need to be confirmed that they just registered to something. Then they're going to be getting a value email, which you did receive, okay? Then they're going to get another value email, which is what you're watching right now. Then they're going to get a 24-hour reminder, 12-hour reminder, 2-hour reminder, 30-minute reminder, 5-minute reminder. Okay, doing it this exact way, what it will result in is getting people to show up, right? Especially if you want to sell stuff using webinars, you want to get paid residual income, you want to start building value in your community. You're never going to be able to do it if people don't show up to your webinar. So this is a promotional cycle to get people on your webinar. Does that make sense? It's to get people to jump on your webinar, so then when they're on there, they can receive the value that you have for them. Okay, there's also something called the after webinar effect, and this is what happens after the webinar. So not everybody who signed up to your webinar is going to be there live. It's just going to happen. Not things get in the way, life gets in the way, people forget. So doing an after webinar promotion is really powerful, right? So this is a way to get people who didn't watch it to watch the replay. And when people watch the replay, it could be just as effective as people where they're live, meaning people still will buy what you're offering on the replay. It's not going to be as great as a live webinar, but it's still going to be great. You're still picking up you're kind of like you're kind of going after the loose ends here, right? So the after webinar effect is they're going to get a 12-hour reminder, an 18-hour reminder, a 24-hour reminder, a 36-hour reminder, a 60, 100, and 160-hour reminder to watch the replay. Okay? And all this does is it gets people to your webinars. It gets people to watch your content. It gets people to receive value from you. And in that value, you begin to start to build personal relationships with your list. You begin to build a personal relationship with the people who are following you. And it becomes a lot easier to sell a product and a service to them that's going to benefit them, right? You're not just selling junk. You're not selling garbage. The whole point is not just to sell junk, right? It's not just about selling. It's about solving a problem. If you think that it's about selling, you're missing the point. You're missing the point big time. It's about being able to deliver a product or service to people that will benefit them, right? And when you do it, you get paid for doing that. And that's what we use webinars for, okay? So I just wanted to quickly just shoot this quick video because I wanted to just share with you guys the value in doing webinars. Now, I'm really, really excited about this webinar. I'm going to be giving out $100 at the end of the webinar, so you want to make sure that you follow directions. So something really quickly, I'm not sure if you guys have all done this who've registered, but there's a video on here that I did, and when you go ahead and follow the directions on the video, you like, share, register, and comment below, this right here increases your chances to winning the $100. So you want to make sure you go to this video on my page and you go ahead and do it. There's already people doing it, so you don't want to make sure you're left behind. So make sure you go ahead and do that to enter a chance to win the $100. So I'm really, really pumped up. I'm excited. This is Spouse CQ here. Thank you for listening to the sound of my voice. Anyways, I'll see you guys on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, don't be late because you don't want to miss out on this information. This information can potentially be groundbreaking. It could give you insight on things that can make you that can help you earn a lot of money online in your business by showing up to this webinar. Again, I mean, unless you're okay with missing out on information that could potentially increase your residual income, help you get paid big commissions, and that's totally fine. I mean, it's up to you. But if I were you, I would make sure I'm on time. I would actually make it a point to get there 5 minutes early, right? So, anyways, my name is Policy Q. I'll see you guys this week on the webinar. Super pumped up for you. Peace.